Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
No!
Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream full of insanity and not entirely human.
Okay, so now we're done with the body,
No!
right?
No! No!
I mean,
She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing. Oh, shit.
Stop!
what?
Calm down.
She's tearing her own hair
How
out.
did... No, she's not.
Apparently.
That's like not even... That's not how hair tearing works anyways. That's like cartoon style.
I mean,
where,
hair
like
tearing-
a cartoon character's like just tearing hair chunks out. You can't...
if you were
literally-
tearing your hair, it would just be a bunch of like snapping sounds as a bunch of different hair follicles pop.
You wouldn't even be able to tear that much out. Like, you would only be getting like a couple at a time. You wouldn't be like literally pulling out like a whole chunk of hair. You'd be like...
I don't know, I don't really practice tearing hair out. Maybe people with long hair have like weaker hair because it's so far out from the scalp that like
It's probably... I mean...
it might be easier to tear chunks of hair where it's like snapping midway through the hair or something.
Okay. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
He grabbed for her wrist,
Hey!
but as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit.
Fucking goddamn sound.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
She screamed at the door, and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
It's a good misdirection, June. I still think I'd kill
It's all her cunning plan.
Yeah.
She screamed again, desperate, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door.
Get me out of here! Please!
Doesn't she have to be literally
Please,
standing
just
on the
let me
body to
out!
do this?
No, she went back to the exit.
She went to the exit?
Yeah, she's hitting the opposite door.
Oh.
June.
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
Calm down.
No, it like keeps showing this door.
Yeah, the camera angles are confusing. But they were just like, when she was hitting the door, they were showing a door that didn't have blood on it.
If you say so.
But it also had a giant bolt on it, which is also confusing, because if the bolt was on it, then it would have to be... Yeah, that's confusing. If the bolt was on it, it'd have to be the one that's locked in front of them, right? Not the one
Yes.
directly behind them? I don't know. During these cutscenes, you can't tell where anyone is. Fucking Santa should have never been able to get to the red, but he did. He was clearly like way behind everyone, and they caught him by surprise by running first.
I'm telling you, man. I think Clover just like ate it, and then Lotus
just fell under Lotus and tripped her.
You know what's interesting?
What?
And now that I think about it, why didn't like Lotus and Santa just do it?
Lotus and Santa?
Yeah.
Like without Clover?
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean to like break them?
Yeah, they'd just break it, and they'd be like, "What now, Junpei? You stupid fuck! We just reset it."
Because they're not that break.
They could have just reset it.
Yeah, if Lotus had just jumped on, then Lotus and Clover like could have just broken the entire thing, and then Junpei gets called out, and it's like, what the fuck's this like serial killer in our group?
Yeah.
They have to figure out what to do without Junpei now.
Junpei's really lucky that like everyone's an idiot.
That everyone fell for it. Yeah.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Please, calm down.
Please, God, please calm down.
She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared. Her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed on the floor, and Junpei knelt down with her.
Like, you don't have to look at the body. You could have just like walked away from it and then not dealt.
Well, no,
with
it was a surprise because she was already looking at it when the lights went on.
No, I know. I'm saying that you could have just like subverted your eyes.
No, it's too late.
And
Also, the
gone-
words divert.
And you could have taken.
I don't even want.
You could have.
You should not subvert your eyes.
You could have subverted your eyeballs out of their sockets.
I think
and-
subverting your eyes is like LASIK or something.
Yeah, there you go. Get LASIK.
Get LASIK.
Stop looking at the
Then you'll
body.
have patches on your eyes, and you'll be able to see anything for the rest of the 9 hours.
Is it a 9 hour? Is it like 9 hour surgery?
I
Or
don't
9 hour
I don't think it's
recovery?
that long, but it's long enough recovery that it wouldn't be done in time for this.
That's
I've only got a few more hours. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying?
Maybe she was peeing.
Are you surprised now that she might be crying after all that's happened? A moment later, she began to sob.
Oh.
Junpei, is your face stretching?
Junpei, why did you wear flannel and a shitty vest from the 90s? Like,
Junpei is like if you took like a Marty McFly and then like invert the colors. You get the same character, basically.
yeah.
Her shoulders shook, great hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June.
Great hot tears.
There are weirdly positive terms to use for
What?
crying.
It sounds like some Native American bullshit.
Great balls of fire.
Like, and then on the 10th day, the great hot tears rain down from the sky. Like, what the fuck is a great hot tear?
Ragnarok of emotions.
It's going to be okay, Connie.
Kenny.
Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
She nodded once.
I completely forgot her original name was
Thank
Connie.
you so much, Jumpy.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
Do you feel better?
Yes. But I'd like to stay here. For a little while, at least.
A little awkward. There's two other
Jumpy's
people in the
body is
room.
And there's a
so
body.
warm.
Yeah, there's a dead guy.
The dead person's the most awkward part.
Yeah.
Several minutes passed before June's
Oh my
tears
god,
had dried.
several minutes.
I mean, we're just talking about the evaporation rate of water at that point.
We're on a timetable here, guys.
Yeah.
Like, the boat is going to kill us.
Well, I mean, we're like experts at wasting time.
okay, well, I
Junpei
guess,
stood up.
guess we're done with the body.
He bent down and put his arms under June's and helped her to his feet. His feet.
Wow, they sound like they just
They
got
didn't
done having
speak.
sex.
Just had to put that in our minds, huh? As everyone just ... soul.
Everyone's just grunting.
Her tears needed to dry.
You know what's interesting to me? Why is ...
I don't know.
Why isn't it just literally ...
I don't know. ... is apparently
It's just
code
silence.
for exhale,
Isn't it just...
but people use it as a code for exhaling. I think video games are just concerned what would happen if
So if you put ... in like .72 font, like size, if you put it in 72
Is it a
font,
bigger X?
Yeah, then it's just like...
I think maybe they're concerned you might think the game's broken if you pressed A and like no voice acting played for the ... So they just like, oh no, make it make it go so they know that they did it right. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that.
Sure you can, 7 will.
No, Seven already forgot stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll
Doesn't-
forget it again.
Nah,
Isn't it like a reoccurring disease?
I don't know. It might just be head trauma. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
Oh, maybe she was knocking on
better
the
get
other
to
door.
it.
That door is locked
We
too.
better get to it. Alright, so he says.
Time to duel.
Oh wow, that was literally the next button before it changed to this.
Dun 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 dun. That's such a weird transition. It's such a weird transition.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, we're in the shower room.
look at all. There's only one toilet apparently that you.
One open
it's-
toilet
there's only
and
one open
5
toilet.
closed toilets with purple dots on them all.
I think those are lights.
Those must be lights, yeah.
Lights, fool.
Pointing up, I guess?
No, they're pointing down.
But why are they...
What lights coming out of the toilet? Like
No, like there's bars above the toilet and the lights are on that. Pointing up to like to reflect off the ceiling, I guess, light the room, I guess.
No, I think they're hanging down. Yeah.
Weird. So the white part was just like the wire, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like a very
Paper towels. Found them.
what's the word I'm looking
There's a paper. Oh. Got things on it.
Well, hi there, X, Y, and whatever.
It's toilet paper, says Andrew.
Oh, it's toilet paper, some kind.
Got him mid yawn.
God damn, I keep fucking yawning. It's toilet paper with some kind of symbols on it. Who is this, Santa? Oh, shit. Fuck. Fucked it all up.
Yes.
Just go. It's fine. You think maybe there's a Scytale cipher? Scytale cipher? What the hell is that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick and then write several sentences on it so the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then you decipher it. You gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the
diameter as the original one, huh?
God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really confusing when the name doesn't go left and right.
Yes.
It stays still.
Just. Yeah, then you can wrap paper around the stick and you can read the code. Okay.
Gotta find a stick. We're learning things,
Just find a
Andrew,
fucking
about
room.
Scytales. Scyther!
Scytales! Woohoo!
Oh, we went different directions with that one. A wooden box. There's something in here.
Keith just exploded.
It's luminol. I don't know what that is.
What the hell is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? Yeah, Santa. There's something written on it. Reading rainbow. I can't read anything else. The label's all faded. Let me see that.
He just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice.
Junpei, you literally just stuck these people into a fucking room and killed 2 others. How can you say that?
It's really weirdly judgy of Junpei. That wasn't very nice how he's like being helpful. Trying to solve the room when we're on a time limit that will kill us all.
Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensics guys use it at the crime scenes. Oh yeah, that stuff that goes blue when you spray it on the blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. Oh, okay, that's it. Alright, well...
Well, I think I know where blood is.
There's not enough of it, though.
Start. Bloink.
Wait! You don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you?
On the blood? Yes. This fucking, you said it's for blood. Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. Why? But maybe I should try it just in case. Oh no, we're out now. You guessed wrong. Now we all die.
You are, like, literally out.
Okay, I've spread the luminol on the wall. What's next?
Turn off the light.
Hello.
Dom.
Oh, left, right, left. For something.
L.
R.L. Stein.
Oh god!
Oh my god, it's Goosebumps!
I knew somebody stupid wrote this fucking story.
It's the ooze that eats people. Alright, you memorize that.
Wait, the Power Ranger guy?
You memorize it.
Yeah, I got it.
Ivan Ooze. Oh god.
Ivan Ooze.
Like when they were making the X-Men like Apocalypse movie and everyone was like comparing Apocalypse to Ivan Ooze because it's just the same looking like purple dude. Left, right. Left, right, left.
I got it.
Yeah. I believe in you.
That's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. Oh, wait. That door you just clicked on. That's the door they came in from.
Apparently, yeah.
They just walked into a dead body.
Yeah. And like probably tripped on it or something.
I can't.
They're contaminating the crime scene.
I can't with these people. I can't.
How'd they get past the body without hitting it? If it's in that tiny...
Well, they did say the legs were all fucked up.
Yeah, and they somehow didn't interact with it? That's confusing.
Well, yeah, the fucking door fucked up the legs.
The leg? Oh no! Did they like slam the door and like break the dude's legs posthumously?
I think so.
Oh no! That's concerning.
I mean, a bomb's not gonna break your legs.
Oh no! I mean, it could. It just depends.
Well, no, because 9 was in the same kind of like hallway.
Yeah,
and
but
9 was like...
this guy's in a super confined like corner area though. Could have like more concussive force.
What, to slam him against the wall and his legs just shatter?
I just think of like the movie Valkyrie. They talk about like they're trying to blow up Hitler, and like they're trying to blow him up in an underground bunker because the concussive force of the explosion underground would kill everybody, but if he goes above ground, it won't. It's like if he's in a confined area where he's like has walls on 3 sides, that might make the explosion worse. Maybe. I don't know if that's the type of research the 999 does about exploding bodies, but
I'm gonna wager no. We can't go back through that numbered door even if we wanted to. You know what's really weird about that?
what?
How do you test these traps?
Homeless people. You just grab homeless
This fucking
people.
portal. You all want to win $10? Go ahead and finish the tests.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Homeless people.
Don't forget to pick up your papers on the way out. We don't want trash just lying around.
All right, let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Nope, nothing.
I'm sorry, what did you click on?
Not even a drop. I clicked on the shower.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you turning
Is
the
pipe
door?
plugged? Yeah.
Is it, I was like, wow, you were really turning that door.
Tell me more about the blood forensic, man. Nope.
Oh, you're just gonna
Put
do the
luminol on the
luminol
wall.
again?
What's next?
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I want to see if he had any, and if forensics had anything to say about it, because we know he's a cop from the other ending. Hello.
But he still doesn't know he's a cop.
Well, this is pretty obvious. Look, it's 6 things you can turn the direction of.
Okay, so it was right, left, right, left, right.
You were basically wrong about literally all of them.
No, I just did it in reverse.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
You said them all backwards?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, like those are all backwards. That's definitely...
Was that easier to remember?
I knew the beginning was left, left, right.
Yeah. So
I'm
did that make it instantly?
So when you started saying them backwards, I'm like, no.
But it didn't make you question me. Because you were immediately like, well, he's saying everything that's exactly wrong, so let's just...
Instead, what happened is I remembered... I knew that the first one was left, left, right, so I just focused on remembering the ones that were invisible. So I just focused on remembering left, right, left.
Oh.
But we got to it so fast that I still remembered the whole thing. But I also had to deal with simultaneously fighting against your input that was wrong. Like when you're trying to do math and someone's just shouting numbers. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything.
Wait, how did you know that was what? Okay, what does that little piece of paper say?
I don't know. I just saw 6 things that go left and right, and I'm like, well, that's obviously the thing.
Some pipes.
Why does the one on the right look different from the others, I wonder? Try and click on it. There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe in the wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Oh. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow.
Okay.
Why do we
handy.
care?
Not my boat.
Yeah, seriously. I'm just here to solve puzzles.
Hey, this drain is acting up.
Oh, we did it.
What the hell did you do?
I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big.
Okay.
Oh, there's the overflowing drain.
Gross.
Sewer water. That's a card?
Jumpy, the card is floating.
Looks like the water floated the card up out of the drain.
Seriously, how do you test this?
That's not hard to test, is it?
Well, you gotta drain the water out again,
Yeah.
but not the card.
Yeah.
How?
They're called filters, Andrew, and they're the foundation of modern society.
Not on a
It's how
boat.
That's how we make our water not kill us.
That was not on a boat that was built in, like the fucking 1600s.
The blue card's floating in the water. Wait. Grab it!
Maybe you should move.
It's not that looks like you can stick your fingers in there.
Your
I guess I gotta find like a hook or something, maybe.
a hook.
I don't know, something to get it out.
Magnets.
Door. Oh.
Oh, you need 2 cards, a red and a blue.
And a 4-digit code, apparently.
Well, it's clearly just E.
Oh, the password's OC.
OCE.
OC remix. Oh, the whole door takes to that. Okay.
Obsessive compulsive
E.
E.
Hello.
Hi. It's a thermometer. Can you get it off?
No. It's screwed on the wall.
It's what?
Screwed?
I didn't see it because it was bold.
the hint, like, it's screwed on the wall.
Fucking game.
I start opening doors.
Yeah.
Left to right.
Hey, a broom.
Hey, you're probably a scyther.
The rabbit hutch.
Story time.
Huh?
What?
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember? You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
So, are you lying or not lying?
They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her, into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Just like how we got her to stop crying a second ago, and we're all like, I'm gonna catch the guy who did this. Zero, you're gonna pay.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks. Little did she know that by making this decision to come here, we've already doomed her to get stabbed to death in the room with the submarine. So all of this hopefulness is literally a wash. This cannot have a happy ending.
Fuck!
Where is it?
Oh no. Maybe we can divert it.
No, that's not how charts work.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
It is if you hold them upside
I
down.
remember.
We just came from the submarine ending.
That's where it started. Then I unbled and undrowned. And then forgot about the submarine.
You know, it's like those really bad movies that start off with the ending and then they rewind all the way to the beginning.
And then when they get to the ending part, that part just changes anyway, and so it's not even really a proper setup. Like Resident Evil 6. It's like an intro chapter that plays out completely differently when you actually get to that part of the story.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating. The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Also, who the fuck mass murders a bunch of fucking rabbits? Like,
Why would you only kill the rabbits?
I feel like the most natural assumption is that some kind of predator got in there instead. As opposed to like somebody's like, I'm gonna stab a bunch of rabbits and step on them.
Well, they would have eaten them. They wouldn't have left the dead bodies there.
I hate rabbits. Well, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, but they said there was...
And they're stupid kids.
They also said there were bodies.
Yeah.
An animal wouldn't leave the body behind. It would just like put all of it in its mouth and then walk away and then spit it out somewhere later.
It might just get inside and like eat guts and shit, or it might just try to kill them all because territory or something.
The fucking like
I mean,
king rabbit?
the story's already weird. Like, who the fuck's like gonna go into go inside of a hutch and just like mass murder like,
Dude, you
presumably like 6 rabbits or something?
You don't understand. Japanese kids are crazy.
They're just crazy. It's how all the anime happens. There's an entire market around mass marketing and mass creating a bunch of anime just to keep all the little serial killer Japanese kids in check.
Well, see, here's the difference, is that this is why I don't understand why people keep arguing about, like, getting rid of guns. Because you get rid of guns, and then people just start killing other things that you care about. Or with their hands.
What?
Yeah, see, like, Japanese kids can't buy guns, and no one owns guns, so they just have to kill animals.
So they strangle rabbits?
Yeah!
Oh no, it's the rabbit strangler. Watch out, everyone.
Because see, it's so much easier if you just bring a gun to school and kill people. Then it's like worst case scenario, oh, a couple kids died. But now a couple rabbits died, and that's just fucking atrocious. Like, you can't have that kind of shit.
Oh, gun would make sense. What if somebody had a BB gun and they shot all the rabbits?
Well, they don't.
They can't have BB guns in Japan?
No.
Not even illegal ones?
There's not, like, you can't get one that shoots metal BBs. You can shoot plastic ones. Like an airsoft gun, but that's not gonna kill a rabbit.
How do you know?
Because I've shot my chickens with an airsoft gun, it doesn't kill them.
Shot your chickens?
What are they gonna do about it? Tell somebody?
Oh, jeez.
Cry? Chickens can't even express pain. That's how stupid they are. They can't even express they're in pain. All they do is they just cluck. It's not even an expression. They cluck when they're fucking hungry. They cluck when they're tired.
How you've had chickens in your house, and instead of growing close to them, you only grow resentful towards them.
Because they keep getting stupider each time I get near them.
Mm-hmm.
At least my dog.
I mean, chickens are incredibly stupid creatures.
It is amazing they even breathe sometimes.
Yeah, if you haven't
wonder.
been around chickens before, it's a real learning experience to just see how stupid they are over long periods of time.
Like, Darwin was wrong. Evolution is not real.
We made them.
No.
That's not a fair argument.
It's just...
We made chickens.
Chickens just are a thing. They just came from God as a sign of, like, what could have been.
Domestic chickens with their dumb white bodies and yellow and, like, red head and the inability to survive. That's our fault.
Fucking wild chicken.
What?
What's a wild chicken?
Not as dumb as the ones we made. We specifically domesticate things to be stupid and useless and sit around and be non-hostile.
Like, the only
so we can eat them.
the only wild, like, chicken I could think of, even similar to, is like a turkey.
It's like the difference between, like, bison and shit like that versus, like, the shitty cows that we made.
I mean, that's a tad different.
No, it's what we did. We made shitty cows that just sit around and be shitty.
Yeah, but when you make them from bison, it's a little hard, man. If you try to wrangle a bison, bison are scary.
I don't know what we made it from exactly, but we made it from something that was originally harder to do, and we domesticated them to be shittier. A bull is just a male cow.
I know, I'm saying there's, like, wild bull. The ones that get, like, the horns that are the size of cars. And then they have, like, the fucking ones, like
a fucking Final Fantasy summon?
I mean, have you seen the ones in the
horns
fucking...
the size of cars?
Seriously, you see the ones with the, like, in Spain where they're doing the running from the bulls and the people... Like, some of those bulls, like, the swords are shorter than the bull horns. I'm like, that's not even a fair fight. Like, shit.
Well, you're not supposed to fight the bull.
Yeah, you are. You're supposed to stab it.
Are you really? I thought you were supposed to just evade it a lot.
As you evade it, you sidestep and stab it.
Well, that's not nice.
That's why people hate bull running, because it's awful. You just stab a bull. I mean, they eat it at the end, but you still stab it till it dies.
Oh.
That's how you end the bull run. You don't just end it by... It's not like a fucking...
How many animals are we going to talk about the death of during the sequence?
I don't know.
We're in a room with a dead body. She's, like, reminiscing about all the dead things in her past. And now we're talking about dead bulls. It's like, this is a weird branch we're down now.
Well...
And joke's on them. They're all going to be dead soon. Yay!
Except for one.
Yeah, whoever the one person is.
Whoever the one was fucking running around killing people.
Which only can be Snake, right? Which doesn't even really make sense, but, like, everyone else was accounted for as a corpse.
Or 9.
We saw them all. We saw 9 die.
We don't know that. Maybe that was Zero's body.
He was screaming and then he exploded. And then we looked at him like, look, it's 9's body.
No, maybe that was Snake.
Like, what, you think, like, 9, like laid down against a fucking revolving wall and they switched it out for the corpse and after when the explosion noise played? Like...
I actually don't know where his body was, so that's possible.
He was just laying against a wall in the hallway.
But was he laying against the left wall or the right wall? Because that would matter.
It'd be such a dumb twist if fucking 9 was one of the bad guys somehow, just because, like, he was in the story for, like, 30 seconds. It's just like a non-twist.
Who knows?
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided to... I almost misread that as decided to murder them.
God damn.
I decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals.
That's a good preemptive, I guess. I can't feel bad about animals dying by surprise if I kill them.
I got them now. Mine. They would ambush the killer at night and do what?
Get killed?
Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air.
Those aren't crickets, those are cicadas, you stupid fucking translator.
Are there no crickets in Japan?
There are, but, like, if it's a summer night, you wouldn't even hear the fucking crickets. The cicada would be so goddamn loud.
Cicadas are just, like, a huge problem there? There's just constant cicadas?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a problem. I think it's just life.
Just loud?
I think it's just life for them. Like, I don't think Japan even understands the concept of life without cicadas. I'm not even being rude. Like,
no.
The moment we got off the train in Japan, it was like, oh, I guess there's a symphony outside forever.
Life is strange too. Life without cicadas.
That would be a strange life.
That would be a strange life. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky.
Oh God!
And hey, baby. And June's Akane Kuroshiki's face. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived. We have so many names for this girl, by the way. It throws me off sometimes.
We only have 3, don't we?
She's June, she's Connie, and she's Akane Kunishiki. And like it's...
I like Connie better. It's probably the easiest.
Which adds to the list of everyone else, because everyone has like 3 names, basically. Everyone has their real name, the name we had for 1 chapter and only 1 chapter, and then their number name that they made up a moment later.
Yeah.
Like Lion and Ace and stuff.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
What? I can't see over your face being covered by words.
Oh, by the way, I found out why Lion was so familiar to me. Because he played Bato in the English dub of Ghost in the Shell.
Wait, Ace?
Yeah.
Ace's voice actor is Bato?
Yeah, Ace's voice actor is Bato from
You're right,
Ghost in
it
the
is
Shell.
Bato.
That's why I recognize him specifically out of this cast more than anyone.
You're right.
That's one of the things I've watched a lot.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah. Bato, because he's Cyber Eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd felt the same way, but it was too good to hear her say it. It was good to hear her say it. He didn't say that part at all. There was no too good. Shit.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
You were trying to catch a murderer as children.
It was a good TV show.
They were inspired too heavily by Scooby Dooby, and it was a problem.
I was thinking of Netflix.
How edgy to catch what to
Catch a murderer.
To catch even to make a murderer?
Oh, to catch
Making a murderer?
I'm making. They didn't need to make one.
There's a Catch a Murderer Netflix show?
I don't think it was Netflix original.
Oh.
I think it was like there's a show on Netflix called Catch a Murderer.
Your reference is severely diluted at this point now.
Probably.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You were trying to catch a murderer as children. What do you mean?
Technically, this whole game is just making a murderer.
That's not the premise of that show. He looked up at him, confused.
Well, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
You should still be worried.
She blushed furiously.
Wait, did Junpei say that?
Angry blushing. What?
Is Junpei the one saying that she blushed furiously?
No, Junpei's thinking that about what she's doing right now. It's an observation. She's blushing right now. The thing she did with Ace that we're not supposed to think was blushing about Ace.
No, but I'm saying, who is saying she blushed furiously?
Junpei's thinking it. That's the narration.
So Junpei's thinking she blushed furiously.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize that she likes him.
No.
What?
Anime protagonists are really bad at
anime
this.
protagonists don't know it's blushing. They always think it's like, oh, your face is red. Do you have a fever? Are you sick? In anime, they always assume that it's like it's a
Maybe
problem.
the narration's not from Junpei's perspective then?
Because if they say blushing,
I don't know.
if you say blushing, you're aware that somebody is interested in you if they're blushing about it.
Maybe.
You wouldn't say like, oh, well, I was talking to a girl and then I said, I said a really funny joke and she looked at me with stunning eyes and then blushed. Like, what? Oh, did she like you? Oh, I don't think so. I think we're just good friends. What? She blushed and you're just good friends? Like, yeah, she just blushes all the time. Like, every
She's
time.
just always blushing at me. It's
Yeah,
just
she's
like,
always blushing whenever we
it's
look
like
at
a
each
tick
other.
she does. She just does that.
A weird tick?
Yeah. Her weird blushing tick.
That would suck. Your
Yeah,
face is
because
just-
ticks actually drink blood, which makes it harder to blush.
Why?
One of the dumbest
Why do you
jokes.
even? Why
It's
do you
one of
even
the-
do these?
one
Why do
of
you
the-
even do this stuff, Keith? Just stop. Press A.
I've never been more
What's
proud
wrong
of
with
myself
you?
than this moment.
Well, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Yeah, it's like raising
yeah,
kids.
but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important. Yeah, I don't think it's his first person narrating.
Yeah.
Somebody's very aware of how bad he is at all of this.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had to take care of the rabbit so that he could be near June. Or he'd asked for that reason. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then.
So the narrator knows this, but not fucking Junpei? No, well, okay. So, like, the narrator knows exactly what Junpei's thinking, but
That's normal.
okay, so I'm saying, like...
I mean, narrators are omnipotent if they're not a character.
I know, but I'm saying, like, so the narrator's sitting here like, but that's not the real reason. But June was blushing. But he's like, neither of these two people are putting this together. Like, this is fucking...
It would be embarrassing.
Yeah, about as embarrassing as, like sacrificing two people on a boat.
It's like the single biggest drama trope ever. It's just these two characters behaving this way.
Oh, Hatsukashi?
Just characters refusing to acknowledge their feelings with each other forever.
That's what powers me.
He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know?
You say that, but we're going to do that literally every time we do a puzzle room.
You're like
We've
super
gotta figure
casual
out a
about
way
that.
out of this room. Otherwise...
Yeah, he threw up a broom and caught it in his story about dead animals in a room with a dead person.
Yeah.
It's a little tone deaf.
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
Where? Away from the dead body, I hope.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked
I should
away.
get
She
back
just
to
like
it myself.
she just takes the bucket and puts it over the dead body's face. It's like, ugh.
No, she puts it over her head, and then like Skyrim rules means she can never see the dead body now.
That's right. The pool of blood.
You forgot about the blood.
Oh my god.
Junpei turned around and looked at the room.
Sweep it up, Junpei.
At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
Talking about an old story about
Oh,
dead
maybe it
like
was
dead
because
bodies.
we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Another story about death?
Yeah, what the fuck? It was just another story about death.
The furthest thing you could possibly think of. The other time you were in a room full of dead bodies with June.
Yeah, what the... Seriously, who the fuck is this narrator? I'm getting real tired of this.
Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure
I mean,
she
you
gets
already
out
did that. You, like, sacrificed fucking...
Two women.
people,
Literally
yeah.
every female character except for June.
You sacrificed a woman with children.
Yeah? Well, he doesn't know that yet.
No,
But yeah,
I'm saying,
but
like,
just, yeah, a child and a woman with children. So, the entire female cast of this game was sacrificed so that he could go grab the one girl that he wants to be in a room with that might have been fine regardless. Huzzah! In fact, depending on what you did in the previous chapter, you might have not been with her in the previous room. Making it extra weird that you're so clinging to it now.
yeah.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live.
Clumping black flesh now? Jeez.
Clumpy black flesh.